Hey y'all,
Welcome back
to the channel. Yes, honey.
I know you fucking lying.
Okay then.
Hey y'all. Welcome
Welcome back.
Welcome
Welcome back.
You know you like that.
Period.
Okay, now y'all, welcome back to the channel. We are back a whole nother week of later on this nice rainy gloomy Saturday.
It is.
I like it though.
It's a vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is the reunion part 2, the finale, wrapping up the whole season. This is it until next season. Make sure y'all got y'all's tequila.
Right.
We got our shots poured, as y'all can see, and we got that Red Bull boost.
Yes.
Make sure you know what to do.
Yes. So let's jump into it.
Indeed.
Okay. So Sheree, she came with private messages from between Ty and Drew. She claimed that these messages was dropped off at her front door. She didn't sign for it. Nobody hand delivered it to her. They was just there. Seriously.
Sheree full of it.
Sheree, you're a big ass liar. And I notice when you're lying now. So I just don't like you no more.
Somebody probably made you sign an NDA, or they didn't even have to do it. Like you came,
you one of them messy bitches that's
exactly.
okay with it.
You came
You the
ready.
bone carrier,
You
which is why they
came
gave it
ready.
to you.
Yeah,
So she had shit behind her the whole
both episodes.
Yes.
Like, girl, ain't nobody that fucking miserable but you.
You
and
got
Marlo.
Too much
time on your
hands. You and Marlo.
Y'all ain't putting that energy into y'all fucking businesses. That's why you still in the fucking negative, Sheree, not making no money 2 to 3 years
the
fuck
that
later.
You can come with so much of this shit, but can't deliver that type of merchandise is a problem for me, as you're supposed to be a fucking businesswoman. It's given, I ain't got no business, but I can come with drama and shade. Bitch, I'm done with you.
You need to learn how to capitalize up off of your talents. If all you can get is shade, start you a fucking podcast or some
try
shit.
to be on the real.
Something.
You're a mature, seasoned woman with a lot of experience
and
memory
connections.
You could be on the real.
You ain't doing it right. Y'all piss me off. I hate when I watch TV and y'all just don't do it right.
Doesn't make sense.
Do it right.
Marlo and Sheree are in cahoots regarding all the other ladies. When it's anybody else time and this storyline or whatever, they're in cahoots with each other about different type of ammunition that you can use towards this person. Your Reese is good, your shades ain't good, work on this. Ooh, girl, use this. That they in cahoots. It's giving just miserable. I wouldn't even say mean girls, because y'all are grown ass, old ass hoes. It's not even giving bullying at this point. It's just giving miserable women, just miserable, bitter.
This is why y'all so jealous of Candy and what she got going on and how she's able to remain relevant and successful. Like, you sitting over there saying, well, the only reason I'm sitting up there giving it to Candy is because of all that she's been saying on her YouTube channel or whatever. But the difference between you and Candy is, yeah, I'm talking shit and I'm doing it on my YouTube channel that's bringing me money monthly. You wait all motherfucking year long until a fucking reunion, write your little catchphrases and your little shade remarks up for one fucking show. That you still getting paid what you getting paid throughout the season. It's not giving you no extra nothing, whatever the situation is. And then you hoping that one of your...
We don't know if she's getting an increase on her checks because she is coming with drama and shade.
I think you get an increase because you the OG. So bow down, bitches. We got it. But you hoping that you can catch one little catchphrase up off that pops off on a reunion that you can sell on one of them whack ass shirts at She by Sheree, and it never works. It never works. If we watch you through the show, why you think we wouldn't watch you on YouTube, Sheree? Somebody will. I'm telling you, I won't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I don't even watch Candy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wait
don't
until
either.
the show. So like, but somebody will. Think better. Think big. You need to think big,
bitch.
Come on now.
Courtney was
over you.
she ended up going backstage in the dressing rooms, and she was just a little too close to Ralph for me.
That hug was very
And
too
then
much
the
affection.
hand down the chest.
You saw it. It was like a hug, and he finna kiss on your neck and do nasty things to you right then and there.
Nasty thing.
Did it not look sensual?
It did look sensual. It looked very intimate, like y'all wasn't supposedly related. And she was
They ain't related.
She was like, oh, you need to go out there and just air it out and just let everybody know who Drew is. She's such a liar. Like, I know you love her, but she's such a liar. You should give it to her.
Let me tell you, I
What's
love
wrong with
Allison.
you?
I love Allison. What y'all think y'all finna do? Because you ain't finna be talking about my sister. Why you in here?
Bitch, I know you ain't finna close that door in my face. I know you should get the hand in the face like this. I know you went finna close that door in my face.
Y'all better get y'all a Allison.
Allison don't play by
y'all better get y'all a Allison.
And that's
Allison. Y'all better get y'all Allison. Okay.
Candy, she talked about doing foursomes. The thing of the matter when it comes to Candy and her sexuality and how free she is within her marriage, I like the fact that Candy is able to speak on it, you know what I'm saying, and not have to be so closed. But the fact that everybody is saying that she's not giving enough is just baffling to me.
That's why y'all hoes mad, because she do speak on it.
She speaks on
and
everything.
She's so relatable. So y'all be thinking, oh,
she gonna lie about it. You want to catch her up in a lie. That's what it is. You want her to be lying about something.
Marlo and Sheree really mad at Candy fans because y'all be hoping that we turn against her with a situation. And it's like, at the end of the day, we're all ordinary people.
Not unless y'all got some real shit and Candy just been out here big lying.
Okay,
that's the only way she's gonna be a turnoff for me. But at this point, she's been very truthful and very open about her family, her marriage, her children, everything, her businesses. I don't. Her okay. Sonia, she talks about being upset with Kenya not responding after the loss of her baby. She said all the other ladies responded, sent gifts, flowers, all the other shit, and Kenya was the only one who didn't. However, Kenya denies it and says that she did call, but Sonia obviously didn't get it.
Sonia, you living, right?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, then.
Because at that point, that should tell you what type of friendship you have with that person.
We ain't got to talk about it.
And then you move forward.
Period.
It should not even have been a topic of discussion.
Not on no reunion.
Life or death type of situation, and you told her about it and she knew about it. Yeah, she didn't respond, so you know how to deal with that person. I don't know if you were trying to get some empathy.
What was you looking for? Because you getting the goddamn Marlo syndrome. That what you acting like. You acting like a Marlo.
She acting just like her. Like they acting like the same person.
That's why y'all best friends.
Kenya, she's decided that she's going to adopt now instead of trying to have a child herself. And I think that's the best route for you to go.
Too.
Considering, health and age and all that good stuff, and you want to be able to have a healthy child, adopt, or surrogate. Ain't nothing wrong with a surrogate. Mark must told her she couldn't use that sperm.
That what it was. She can't use it. Period. It's all right. Good for you, Kenya.
You didn't want to say it, but I get the gist.
We read between the lines.
Okay. Sheree, she wants to see more from Candy, her and Marlo, of course. Sheree, we just said it. Ain't too much more she can give unless you literally want to be in her bedroom and in her car with her every day. I don't know how much more you need. She gave you all of Candy in the game about her restaurants, family, children, baby daddy situation, the issue between her and Todd during the beginning of their marriage, all the way up until now. There's nothing more that she can give. It's like you're looking for her to give you something to talk about. And she has things for you to talk about. It's just positive. It's no negative shit. And you're looking for negative shit. And that's why I can't fuck with a miserable bitch like you. Period.
The fact that you were able to create a newsletter about this lady.
you too much
created 4 to 6 pages. It's clearly a lot out there about Candy. Mm-hmm. Can't nobody create a 4 to 6 page front and back spread about a charade or she by charade. But you was able to do it and you ain't even a fucking journalist. So let's imagine if a journalist that actually know what the fuck they doing was able to do it, they could write a book. Yeah. We ain't writing shit about a charade. Yeah. So I don't know, like you contradicted yourself by doing that. Like you came with a whole spread, a whole 50 spread about just Candy and her restaurants and her life and shit that she got going on and all of that. And then turn around and say, we don't know shit about you. Make it make sense.
What you should have done was use that whole pamphlet that you made and you should have put your pieces on there.
You should have had multiple pages for other
everybody.
People.
And so that they'll know what's new on She by Sheree.
And Marlo, you better not the fuck subscribe. Subscribe for the fuck what? Girl, y'all need to go find y'all some business about y'all selves.
Just dumb. Yeah. They ended up talking about the whole Marlo Candy situation of her wanting more of a reaction regarding her nephew's being shot and the whole the way that Candy responded or reacted to Marlo. Now, Bravo did show Marlo walking up to this lady's house, knocking on the door, coming in, telling Candy about the loss of her nephew, Candy consoling her. Then it also showed after scenes and so forth, so on. And it's just like she gave you what you were supposed to have at the time. She consoled you. There was nothing more that she can do. You said you wanted her to call your sister and get insane. She get paid to sing.
My thing is about it is every time that you're triggered by something, we don't need to console you. That sounds like a personal issue that you need to figure out a way when you're triggered by something, how to deal with it. Because some people, even family, your sister, we'll use her for instance. The one who actually lost her son. Who's to say? Because it was a couple years ago. You never know how people deal with grievances. Anytime something triggers you, that don't mean you gonna go to your sister every time and try to trigger her. Maybe what triggers you don't trigger everybody else. For them to feel like they need to love on you.
Triggered by you continuously bringing it up and making it an issue as if you're the one that lost the child.
And you didn't. Like, ain't nobody trying to negate your
flowers or something. And at the end of the day, more.
Candy says she don't know that lady like that, and y'all ain't even really been friends. You just because you met me 10 to 15 years ago
don't mean we friends for 15 years. She don't owe you nothing.
Y'all need to grow up.
What she gave you was enough, and I don't know why you think that your situation tied into Candy's situation that happened at her restaurant. There was no fucking comparison and there was no relation. That was 2 years apart. It should not have been brought up as any type of topic of discussion, and it should not even have triggered you.
I'm trying to figure out why you want to hold this woman accountable like you employ her. And did I say that right? Like you employ her. She could buy you and your whole fucking family. Girl, sit down.
Ralph ended up coming out looking casket sharp.
Ralph, you was ready, huh?
Ralph, you should not have been there. As my husband, and you know we going through a divorce, you should not have been there.
Especially with the stance that you had.
Because your stance was not to be there to support me. Your stance was to be against me. So you shouldn't have showed up. You should have declined when Bravo called you and said, hey, no, we still going through things. We have children. We still live in the same household. I just want to continue things through court and leave it at that. If Drew wants to address anything within our marriage as a housewife and a peach holder, let her discuss it. I'm going to stay out of it. And you could have just humbly declined.
And that goes to show how much faith you got into your wife, because I genuinely believe that she would have came there and not disclosed. No, there's just some things I want to keep sacred.
And that's exactly
what we're currently going through. I don't want to do this. Yeah. No, I really, you ended up, you coming, brought more whatever. Drew gives Ralph a peach. As she should, because you trying to become the next Marlo, squeeze your ass up in there. Either you or Courtney. I see that's what y'all fighting for y'all fuck ass family. Trying to get up on some shit.
Yeah.
Ralph, you ain't shit.
Ralph, you are becoming another Peter.
You see what he going through now.
Another bitch. you want to be a man bitch. The way that you came up in there acting towards your wife who you share children with.
You still sharing a house with.
And that's still married too. You're a bitch and you deserve that peach and you should have held that bitch out just like the women do. You hear me?
You should have been up in that goddamn reunion pictures right there in the middle where Andy was.
You should have. Yes, you should have. He says that they are going through mediation right now regarding their divorce, and you should have left it at that. Drew wants things to be a lot more sacred regarding her marriage, but Ralph wants her to tell everything. My thing is, y'all are in mediation, which means you're trying to make it work. It seems like that's what mediation is.
I don't know. But I thought mediation comes after the divorce is kind of granted. I thought mediation was more like, how are we going to make things move forward? So how am I going to get this property? How are we going to negotiate this? Are you going to get the kids? Am I going to take them half time? I thought it was like a more of the ends. Like after mediation, we're done.
And also, well, they ain't went to court or nothing like that yet either.
Oh, so y'all separated. It's a separation.
They ain't went to court or anything.
Ralph, you don't even know what you're talking about.
In this point, Ralph, I think that this allows for you guys to work on it if you want to work on it because you are in mediation.
I mean, you don't want to work on it.
She said that she could have said a lot of things last year when you cheated on her. She could have brought that shit up at the reunion, but she kept it cute and kept it mute because she didn't want people to know what was going on in her marriage.
Nor does she want to be embarrassed.
She said these things have been going on since y'all lived in Chicago. So 8 years of marriage, you've been a hoe.
A hoe all your life.
And disrespecting her, putting other women before her. We saw you put other women before her a few times on the show.
Drew, you really sat up there and dealt with that bullshit.
Yeah, Drew, you did.
Girl.
Yeah, Drew, you did.
Ain't no way I'm gonna move to Atlanta. Y'all must have moved to Atlanta thinking things is gonna become better.
Different scenery.
It's either that and or for this show.
Yeah.
But you ain't been on for 8 years. So that means y'all had to move here thinking it was going to be a change of scenery, better things. Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah.
And you allow for him to
play with you like that. Yeah. And also, Drew, we could also tell, like, you really still want your husband. You still want your marriage.
I don't blame you.
He's like, so I didn't take care of you in the whole 8 years. She didn't say you didn't take care of her. She said that you didn't protect her and you didn't make her feel safe.
Period.
And you disrespected her. And you disregarded her and you dismissed her.
Period.
That's what you did. Now, you took care of her and those kids. She was taken care of.
Period.
But regarding the marriage, you did not do your husband duties.
Period.
Okay.
Sure.
He says that Drew's assistant told him about the whole relationship that she has with Ty. All the other ladies also agreed that the assistant Danny, who was in the trailer with her for the movie thing, Danny did tell everybody about, you and Ty's supposed friendship or whatever.
I'm gonna need y'all to do better with y'all background checks and find some people that can keep their motherfucking mouth closed.
Where's the NDAs, Drew? If you gonna hire people and you know you got so much going on within your marriage, you need to be having them sign NDAs because for him to go and air out some information like that, not only just to Ralph but other people, and
y'all put him in a position to be able to make money off of Bravo because he was aired on this season maybe once or twice. We don't know. I know definitely once.
Yeah,
definitely once. He can get a check off of that.
He shouldn't have been. He ain't a good person to have around you, and I hope you gotten that person out of your space. Whether you believe it or you don't, multiple people said they heard it come out of his mouth. So
get somebody else to do it.
Okay, then. Drew says that Ralph is the one who brought their issues to the light. And Ralph denies sending any private messages to court to Sheree.
Sitting over there talking about, can I see him? Acting surprised.
Like he didn't know what the messages were. Like you guys are married. She has access to your phone records. You have access to her phone records, which is how you found out about them damn messages between her and Ty. And she also found messages between you and other women. So I don't know why you trying to act like you didn't know that was a possibility. And the fact that you just continuously denied it is what was getting me like, oh no, like I don't know what that is. No. Then you said, well, we got the same messages. She sent them to you and she sent them to me too. we're not talking about just one woman. We're talking about the whole 8 years. Drew already said that she knew about the whole situation down in Florida. She's already admitted to knowing and that she lied about it so that she could save face for her marriage. So now it's the time, Ralph, to just be honest.
Period.
Because you got Courtney thinking that you ain't ever cheated. Okay.
Courtney, you just
Drew ended up singing her song Throw Us Away. Throw Us Away. She ended up singing some of it to Ralph. He looked so unmoved. However, he called her an incredible talent. Yeah, no, that marriage is over. And
it
Drew,
should be.
I think just by the look of Ralph and the things that he's doing towards you, you should know that it's over. But if you decide that that's something that you want to stay in, by all means, boo, it's your prerogative and it's your family. But I just don't think that that's the best thing for you or your kids.
Let that man go. I do want to say before the comment that you made, Ralph, about adoption, the only reason why people adopt is because of death, abandonment,
And
abuse. I feel like that was so insensitive, especially if you were really on the show to really do some good. You'd have recognized that earlier we found out that Kenya was adopting. And it's not anything to do with abuse, abandonment, or anything like that. It's I just want to have another child and maybe I can't do it. I feel like that was so insensitive, and I really didn't like that you said that. And that's another reason as to why, Drew, you need to move the fuck along.
Because 8 years of marriage, and y'all had already said that the child's father was not in the picture a couple of years throughout his life or whatever, and that obviously had to be in the beginning stages of y'all marriages, maybe the first 1 to 4 years. Knowing that his dad was not there, you should have stepped up. You
don't want to adopt that child.
You're married to that child's mother. You are the responsible father for that child. That's legally, okay? You're the responsible father.
You don't want that responsibility.
So you should have went ahead and adopted. And it's sad that you didn't. And so, Drew, this is another reason why let it go. Let it go.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta let go. Put your kissy cone on, put your big girl panties on,
go.
And let it go.
Get the fuck on. Run. Don't walk. Yes. Run the fuck out the door.
God gonna make a way for you and your family. And if Ralph is just the sole provider for that family, which is, I'm not really sure if that's one of the reasons why you want to stay in your marriage, because it has to be, because it ain't nothing else there. You said shit ain't there.
You could definitely stay on Real Housewives without a Ralph.
You gonna make it, Drew.
So you gonna be just fine.
Yeah, but all in all, y'all, this was the end of the episode.
Indeed.
Sonia, I did not speak on you for a reason, because you didn't have anything for me to speak on. I spoke on you in the last episode. Congratulations on the baby, and that's it. That's all with you. I do not want to see you next year. I hope I don't see you nowhere else next year. I don't even want to see you on Surreal Life or no shit like that, because you are a follower. You're not a leader.
All right, y'all. So y'all get on up in them comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share everything, y'all, on all social media networks. That's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Hit us up everywhere. And I guess we're going to catch y'all. Well, we're going to catch y'all next week, but not on Real Housewives. So make sure you tuning in and catching our other reviews,
Let us know what y'all are watching and what y'all want to hear reviews on, and we're going to see if we can make it happen.
We definitely can, and make sure you come with some ratchet shit, because we really like that ratchet shit.
And we're going to see y'all next time. Peace.